All right, today we're diving deep into one of the biggest names in sustainable logistics, and believe me, they are facing a massive decision. We're talking about a visionary founder's exit, a multi-billion-dollar legacy on the line, and a choice that's going to define the company for a whole new generation. This quote from a recent business analysis, it just perfectly nails the feeling right now. GreenChain Solutions isn't just some company. They're a true pioneer. But at this very moment, the entire enterprise is just holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? This is way more than just some corporate shuffle. It's about this huge void left at the very top. And it raises these fundamental questions about the company's identity, its direction, and its entire legacy.
Okay, so first up, let's break down the immediate crisis. This is that tipping point where everything, and I mean everything, could change for this green giant. And if you want to understand just how high the stakes are, you really only need to see one number: $3.8 billion. That's their annual revenue. At that kind of scale, every single decision feels monumental. So what's causing this seismic shift? Well, it's the departure of the visionary founder himself, Robert Martinez. He was the architect of GreenChain's entire mission, and his exit is creating this massive leadership vacuum right at the top. So, to really get a handle on the huge hole Martinez is leaving behind, we've got to understand the powerhouse that he built from the ground up. So check this out. 16 years ago, Robert Martinez, who was an executive over at UPS, had this vision. He started a regional company and it grew, slowly but surely. But what's really wild is the acceleration. Just look at that jump from $2.1 billion in 2020 to $3.8 billion today. That's not just growth, that's absolutely explosive. And all that growth, it translates into a massive physical footprint. I mean, this isn't just a list of assets on a slide. It's basically a nationwide logistical nervous system. We're talking 47 distribution centers, 8,200 vehicles, and get this, over 1,000 of those are already electric trucks. GreenChain is not a startup anymore. It's a full-blown institution. But what's the secret sauce here? What's the engine driving all this incredible growth? Well, it all comes down to one thing: a proprietary AI-driven routing system. This isn't just some app, it's the technological beating heart of the entire company. In this chart, wow, it just brilliantly shows you how powerful that tech really is. The AI doesn't just make them efficient, it actually delivers on their core promise. For their clients, it cuts shipping emissions by an average of 34%, while also saving them 18% on costs. It's the perfect blend of planet and profit. All of this incredible success brings us right back to where we started, to the current dilemma. With that founding visionary gone, the company is truly at a crossroads. The task for the board seems simple enough on the surface, right? Choose a new CEO from 4 people who are already inside the company. But this is where it gets really complicated, because each of those candidates represents a very, very different future for GreenChain. See, this isn't about picking a person. It's about picking a future. Path 1, aggressive growth. Think pedal to the metal on expansion and revenue, even if it means putting some short-term sustainability goals on the back burner. Path 2, technological advancement. This means doubling down on that AI, basically becoming more of a tech company that happens to do logistics. But that might be too narrow a focus. And path 3, the sustainability mission. This means reinforcing that original vision, which is fantastic for the brand, but it might slow down growth compared to their rivals. Every single choice is a major trade-off. And you have to remember, this critical decision isn't being made in a bubble. The whole industry is kind of in flux right now, which makes this choice even more consequential. The next CEO can't just look inward. No, they're going to be fighting a war on 3 fronts: new tech that could make their AI obsolete, shifting government regulations that could just rewrite all the rules, and, of course, fierce competition coming from every direction. The pressure is just immense. So, when you put it all together, what does this all add up to? Well, it's about a lot more than just the next quarter's earnings. This is a legacy decision. At the end of the day, this goes so far beyond a simple succession plan. The board is deciding the very soul of GreenChain for its next chapter. Is it going to be a tech company first, a logistics giant, or a sustainability leader above all else? So now I want to put you in the hot seat. Imagine you're in that boardroom looking at those 3 competing visions: growth, tech, or mission. Which path would you choose? What do you think is the real key to securing GreenChain's future? And that all leads us to this final, huge question. GreenChain was literally built on the idea that profit and purpose could go hand in hand. But when you're at a critical tipping point like this one, does a choice have to be made? It's a question that pretty much every modern company, no matter the industry, eventually has to face.